The first episode of Hit Monkey, Pilot, introduces viewers to Bryce Fowler, a cheerful assassin who is hired by an unknown party to kill Ken Takahara, a progressive politician in Japan. Bryce succeeds in his mission but inadvertently kills Ito's partner in the process. Bryce begins to feel guilty about his actions and attempts to make amends by visiting a temple to pray for forgiveness. However, he is soon attacked by his employer's goons and barely manages to escape. Fleeing to the snowy mountains, Bryce is saved by a tribe of intelligent snow monkeys who take him in and nurse him back to health. During his time with the monkeys, Bryce develops a bond with an aggressive monkey who initially distrusts him. However, after witnessing Bryce's training, the monkey begins to warm up to him. Unfortunately, the aggressive monkey is later banished from the tribe for harming another monkey. As he leaves, he witnesses the arrival of the assassins sent to kill Bryce. The assassins kill the other monkeys for amusement and mortally wound Bryce. Before dying, Bryce tells the aggressive monkey to seek revenge against his employer. Taking Bryce's firearms, the aggressive monkey sets out on a mission of vengeance against the unknown employer. As he heads to a train station with Bryce's weapons, he is suddenly joined by Bryce's ghost, who becomes his guide and mentor. In summary, the first episode of Hit Monkey is a thrilling introduction to the story of Bryce Fowler and the monkey who seeks to avenge him. It sets the stage for a tale of revenge, redemption, and unlikely friendships, as the monkey continues on his quest to bring justice to those who wronged his friend. The second episode, titled Bright Lights, Big City, begins with the titular character, a monkey, being haunted by the ghost of Bryce, a hitman who was murdered by his own employers. Hit Monkey arrives in Tokyo, and Bryce's ghost continues to follow him. As they wander through the city, Bryce leads the monkey to a fish warehouse where he had received his mission to kill a man named Takahara. They come across an old woman who had supplied Bryce with his guns in the past. However, things go awry, and the monkey and Bryce accidentally kill the woman. Nevertheless, they take her money to afford a hotel. Meanwhile, Takahara's running mate, Shinji Yokohama, is urged by his niece and speechwriter, Akiko, to run in his stead. Additionally, Lieutenant Ito is assigned a new partner, a young upstart named Haruka, who is aware of his flaws. As they investigate Takahara's death, Hit Monkey spots a general who Bryce deduces is involved in the assassination plot. The monkey tracks the general to Takahara's funeral, where Yokohama announces his intention to run. Bryce witnesses the general talking to his unseen employer, while Hit Monkey steals a suit and kills a group of Yakuza thugs. This triggers a shootout between Yakuza members. Hit Monkey kills the Yakuza, rescues Akiko, and attacks the general, who is ultimately killed by a bus. His wallet is left behind. Akiko and Yokohama return home safely as Hit Monkey and Bryce watch. In the meantime, Ito and Haruka review security footage of Hit Monkey's actions. In summary, this episode of Hit Monkey features the monkey and Bryce accidentally killing an old woman, Hit Monkey's investigation into Takahara's assassination plot, and the monkey's rescue of Akiko and killing of the Yakuza. The episode also includes the introduction of new characters, such as Haruka and Shinji Yokohama. The third episode of Hit Monkey, titled Legend of the Drunken Monkey, starts with Hit Monkey and Bryce arguing about their violent lifestyle. They are approached by a blind monk named Stick, who claims that they are bound to work together. Meanwhile, Haruka informs the police department about Hit Monkey's involvement, but they ridicule her. Yokohama and Akiko are confronted by Takahara's opponent, Ozu. Bryce and Hit Monkey find the general's home and trigger a shootout between two military soldiers and two Yakuza members. They deduce that the general had gambling debts to pay and sneak into a casino owned by the twins Cappy and Teppy. Hit Monkey is discovered, and Bryce forces him to pretend to be entertainment to advance to the top floor and meet the twins. They begin gambling, but Hit Monkey develops a drinking problem to cope with his pain and hatred of killing. After being captured by the twins, Hit Monkey discovers that they are the sons of the old woman they had accidentally killed earlier. Bryce finally admits that being a killer is not easy. Hit Monkey kills his captors and picks up a finance book that leads them to the address of a man named the Accountant, who paid for Takahara's assassination. In episode 4 of Hit Monkey, entitled The Code, Hit Monkey and Bryce track down the accountant, the man who funded the assassination of Takahara, to a prison. They infiltrate the prison while arguing about Hit Monkey's code, which forbids killing without just cause. While searching for the accountant, Hit Monkey is captured by the prison warden, but manages to escape and learns that the accountant is located in a closed-off area of the prison called the Pit. Meanwhile, Akiko is run off the road by Ozu's promotional team, but Yokohama tells her not to call the press to avoid an incident. In the Pit, Hit Monkey and Brace meet the accountant, who forces them to battle Fat Cobra, a formidable fighter. Hit Monkey manages to defeat Fat Cobra, but refuses to kill him, instead teaming up with him to defeat the accountant. Hit Monkey chases the accountant to a hidden luxury room, where he reveals that he was hired by the Rooster to fund Takahara's assassination before being killed by his own men. The warden starts a raid, but Hit Monkey and Bryce are able to escape thanks to a rat Hit Monkey saved earlier. Afterwards, Hit Monkey visits Akiko, who thanks him for saving her, and news of his actions spreads, validating Ito and Haruka's claims that he is a hero. As the episode 5 of Hit Monkey, titled Run Monkey Run, begins, we see the Yakuza leaders coming together to form a plan to capture or kill Hit Monkey. They offer a bounty for his head, and this leads to numerous assassins attempting to take him down. Hit Monkey is able to evade them all with the help of his advanced skills and agility. Meanwhile, Akiko decides to take action against Ozu, and she goes to the press with her story about his attack on her. However, Yokohama is angry with her for drawing attention to the situation and causing trouble. At the same time, Ito expresses sympathy for Hit Monkey's cause after witnessing him take down a corrupt police officer. Yuki, a ghostly assassin, is sent by the Yakuza to stop Hit Monkey and Bryce from killing any more of their members. She is joined by Aiko, a skilled street racer, in her attempts to take them down. During their fight, Hit Monkey saves Ito from being run over, showing that he is not a cold-blooded killer as he has been portrayed. He also manages to convince both Ito and Yuki that he is not a bad person, and that he has been pushed into his current situation by the Yakuza's actions. Later, Hit Monkey is captured by the poacher, and Brace admits that he is jealous of his success. They manage to work together to defeat the poacher and the Yakuza leaders, and Rooster is arrested by the police. Yuki destroys their apartment in retaliation for their actions, but Hit Monkey decides to stay with Akiko, who welcomes him into her home. In episode 6 of Hit Monkey, titled The Long Goodbye, the story picks up with Akiko being visited by Ito and Haruka. They inform her that the Rooster, the main antagonist of the series, has been arrested. However, due to his connections, he is being released. Hit Monkey and Brace see this as an opportunity to finally assassinate him, with Brace hoping that this will allow his spirit to finally rest. After tracking the Rooster down, they proceed to attack him, only to discover that he has numerous doubles. In their quest to identify and eliminate the real Rooster, they spare a portly double and kill the man they believe to be the Rooster. However, as it turns out, this was just another decoy, and the real Rooster remains at large. Meanwhile, Ito reveals to Haruka that he took the fall for his former partner during a corruption investigation in the past. This act of selflessness earns her trust and strengthens their bond. In their pursuit of the Rooster, Hit Monkey forces the portly double to take him to the bank and unlock a box using a key left by Rooster. However, the double turns out to be the real Rooster in disguise, and he attacks Hit Monkey. In a surprising turn of events, Bryce reveals that he has a daughter and wants Hit Monkey to look after her, believing that he will soon ascend. With the real Rooster dead at the hands of Hit Monkey, Bryce is still bound to him. They are forced to return to Akiko with the box, only to find that the Yakuza's mysterious benefactor has hired the assassin Lady Bullseye in response to the failure of the Rooster's minions. Overall, episode 6 of Hit Monkey is action-packed and full of twists and turns. The plot thickens as the Rooster's true identity remains a mystery and Hit Monkey's alliance with Bryce becomes more complicated. In Sayonara Monkey, the 7th episode of Hit Monkey Season 1, Bryce and Hit Monkey visit a monk who uses salt to deter Bryce and states that Hit Monkey must lead them to salvation. Meanwhile, Yokohama fires Akiko when Ozu turns her claims against them. The zoo's snow monkeys are killed, which Bryce realizes to be the work of Lady Bullseye, while Haruka deduces that Hit Monkey is staying with Akiko. As Hit Monkey and Bryce prepare for Lady Bullseye, Akiko, Ito, and Haruka arrive. Lady Bullseye blows up Akiko's house and fatally wounds Ito, giving chase to Hit Monkey throughout Tokyo. Hit Monkey manages to escape, but he becomes overwhelmed with grief and visits a recovering Akiko in the hospital. Ito eventually succumbs to his injuries, and Haruka leaves the police force in disgust. Believing that Bryce has ruined his life, Hitmonkey traps him in a salt circle and returns to the mountains. While there, he spots a new tribe of snow monkeys and seems to find a sense of peace. Overall, Episode 7 is filled with intense action and emotional moments, with Hitmonkey facing loss and grief, while also trying to protect those he cares about from the dangerous Lady Bullseye. The episode also highlights the complex relationships between the various characters and their motivations, as well as the toll that violence and revenge can take on a person. In Episode 8 of Hitmonkey, titled Home Sweet Home, the story shifts its focus to Hitmonkey's new life with the Snow Monkeys. After abandoning his previous life, Hitmonkey is now a part of a new tribe and has taken in a young snow monkey named Koji as his partner. Hitmonkey trains the tribe to defend their territory when the Red Stripes tribe tries to steal their spring. Unfortunately, during the fight, Koji is killed, which greatly affects Hitmonkey. Hitmonkey then decides to put on his suit and goes on a rampage, killing the Red Stripes leader. This act scares the other monkeys away, leaving Hitmonkey all alone. The ghost of his tribe's alpha appears, telling him that he must become a killer of killers to protect both humans and monkeys. Meanwhile, Bryce is still affected by the salt and is reliving his past life as Bryce McHenry. He recalls how he met his girlfriend, Haley, and sired a daughter named Iris. However, his family's life was disrupted when his mother's boyfriend, Eli, had dangerous connections that resulted in a confrontation where Bryce killed Eli and went on the run with his stolen money. Following the Alpha Spirit's advice, Hitmonkey finds Bryce's frozen corpse in the snow and buries both Koji and his partner in twin cairns, mournfully departing the mountains for good. However, they soon realize that the election is only a day away, and they need to take down the corrupt politician Ozu, who has wronged them both. The episode ends with Hitmonkey and Bryce on the move to make things right before the election. In Episode 9, The End, Part 1, Hitmonkey and Bryce return to Akiko's house, where Bryce is fading in and out of existence due to the effects of the salt. They reunite with Haruka and Akiko, who inform them that Ichiro Hazaki, the bonsai master, is the Yakuza's benefactor, as revealed by a recording on Rooster's pen. Meanwhile, Yokohama is holding an election viewing party where Haruka and Akiko, alongside Yuki and the Silver Samurai, are protecting him. Bryce and Hitmonkey head to Bonsai Master's compound to kill him and Ozu. However, Lady Bullseye kills the tailor and the monk, realizing Hitmonkey's connection to Bryce and the latter's continued existence as a ghost. Hitmonkey and Bryce fight their way to Bonsai Master, who declares his intentions to restore Japan to its feudal era. As the election results come in, Yokohama is declared the new prime minister. Akiko is approached by Lady Bullseye, and Hitmonkey defeats Bonsai Master, who commits seppuku. Hitmonkey then approaches Ozu, but Ozu denies any involvement in Takahara's death, stating that he had nothing to gain from it. This leads Hitmonkey and Bryce to realize that Yokohama is actually responsible for Takahara's death. As the episode ends, Bryce warns Hitmonkey that they must prepare for the coming fight against Yokohama, and the two prepare for what is sure to be an explosive final. In the last episode, the cards are stacked against our hero and Ghost, especially when Shinji is announced as the new Prime Minister. Of course, this revelation comes right off the back of Monkey realizing that Ozu isn't the real enemy here. It's Shinji. Now, in order for Monkey to finish his mission, he needs to work his way through the Tokyo police force, defeat Yuki and Silver Samurai, scale a massive skyscraper, try and take out Lady Bullseye, and then kill Shinji before he gets away. Phew, that's not going to be easy. Bryce serves as a welcome distraction, showing up and encouraging Yuki to join their cause. Using Yuki as a conduit, Bryce communicates to Haruka about Shinji's betrayal and implores her to help stop him before it's too late. Chaos soon breaks out as Monkey is spotted while trying to sneak in through a food cart. Silver Samurai squares off against Yuki and Monkey, but as Monkey is separated from the ghostly spirit, smashing through the windows of the skyscraper, he's left to his own devices. Ominously, the elevator door opens and both Bryce and Monkey step inside. When the doors open again, they present Lady Bullseye, who waits for them both. With things looking bleak, Haruka arrives and serves as a nice distraction, despite getting hit in the shoulder. It also allows Monkey and Bryce to get regrouped. Bryce manages to redeem himself when Lady Bullseye finds them in fights, using salt to help his physical form. Bryce immediately grabs hold of Lady Bullseye, while Haruka shows and gets revenge for Ito's death all those episodes ago. Lady Bullseye is left to bleed out. Up on the roof and realizing his time is coming to an end, Shinji admits the truth to Akiko. Bonsai Master suggested Shinji take Ken's side, and he was convinced to let Ken get killed for him to ascend. Essentially, Ken was the martyr to let this whole plan come to fruition. Only Monkey's interjection changed all that. And wouldn't you know it, Monkey suddenly shows up, ready to get his revenge. Haruka and Akiko both stand in Monkey's way, convincing him not to do this. Bryce is the one who convinces his buddy not to fire, encouraging the guy to give himself a happy ending instead. Bryce's genuine selflessly suddenly sees him ascend, as it seems like the doors to the afterlife are finally open. When he disappears from view, Haruka looks set to arrest Shinji. Only Shinji suddenly brandishes a gun and turns it on the two women. Monkey thinks fast and shoots the Prime Minister before he can get a shot away, killing him instantly. Akiko is angry and upset at Monkey, screaming at our protagonist in venomous rage. As Akiko mourns Shinji's death, she looks over Lady Bullseye's corpse and takes her mask for herself. It looks like Akiko is now going to be the new Lady Bullseye. Monkey, meanwhile, stays with Haruka, burying his gun as the pair set out to try and clear his name. Only Bryce suddenly appears again. He's back after being in the afterlife and has also decided to stick by Monkey's side for the time being. Interestingly though, he can now move things with his mind, inhabiting poltergeist-esque abilities. They definitely need some refining though,